Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kings and queens, welcome to the R2BB podcast show, also known as the Return to Black Broadway podcast show. It's your boy Ray Gideon Peoples, aka Peoples the Dapple Demon Clapper, with my main man AJ Throwback, one time of the game.
You know it.
Also, with our very special guest, my brother, fellow Southside homie. One time on the set, my man Sei Tu in the building. Yay.
What's good?
Yes, indeed.
What's good? Back to Black Broadway. How y'all doing? Return to Black Broadway.
Yes, indeed. Listen, we in here one time, once again, y'all, running this thing with the people. Savor that you flavor. Yeah, we got a lot of things coming up for y'all tonight, man. We are so excited, for this interview and conversation, and just highlights of everything that's going on with the movement, what everybody's doing in their respective lanes concerning the movement. Like I was saying, remember we was talking about it, say, when we was about to hit the stew, I was saying, watch Slim, the whole town about to be lit. And like I said, the whole town has been lit, from the go-go's to the hip-hop to the soul to, the gospel to the whatever your lane is. The whole DCD area has been lit, having different events from all sides and then different people from different sides being invited to collective events where everybody from whatever lane you come from can come together. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Sei Tu has definitely been a part of all of that and above. Man, I can't wait to highlight it. So, without further ado, you know what I'm saying, good people, please welcome Sei Tu in the building. You know what I'm saying, again. So,
thanks for having me, man. Thanks for having me.
Yes, indeed, man. So, before we get into it, brother, just to do a quick check-in, we got anybody that popped in the comments yet? Or
Yes,
can
sir.
we? Okay, yeah, let's see what's up. Let's talk to people.
Our brother DJ Shane early with it, you know what I'm saying? Salute Kings, you know what I'm saying? We always appreciate you for supporting, good brother. Always, you know.
Yes, indeed. So, before we get into the rest of this segment, y'all, I really wanted to just speak on how awesome of this particular interview is in the spirit of Kwanzaa. Since this show does highlight Black excellence, today I want to say Abari Ghani and Kuji Chagalia to all the people, which translates to self-determination. And if you know anything about coming up in DC, you better have a whole lot of it.
That's right. You ain't never lied. Especially coming from our side.
Yeah, exactly. Because everybody on this live tonight, we all are from different parts of the South Side.
Mm-hmm.
And to see us as Black brothers and as men and as kings and as just protectors of our families and our children and whatever our walk of life or how we doing what we doing to keep pushing forward is an amazing feat in itself. And the many other brothers out here, shout out to y'all. I just want to take the time to actually, and this is no disrespect to the queens, and this definitely includes the queens as far as the whole picture of the Black family, and the children. But I want to take a special moment right here to acknowledge the kings. Because I feel like not enough kings, I feel like they matter or like they're seen or like their efforts are being acknowledged. And not for a pat on the back for what you should naturally do, but just do you appreciate it and do you see it? You know what I mean? Does the world know what we had to fight through to even become that? You know what I mean? Like,
that's real.
And for our young brothers in it, and the reason why I want to take time to also highlight this and really appreciate you, Sei Tu, as being, and I can't wait till later on when we drop the documentary, you see from a visual perspective and in a whole nother depth this brother's story. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so many other stories from brothers on the South Side and whatever side you from that are either untold or not told enough. They always highlight when we shooting and killing and we dying, and or we're part of the problem that's hurting and infesting our community, but they don't show us enough when we rise above that and become brothers like these brothers here and others who are actually come from it but rose above it to make a different reality for themselves and their children. And we need more of that told and more of that respected and understood and valued in the hood and beyond.
Most definitely.
Absolutely.
So yeah, man, I had to speak on that just on this particular episode. For me, I think it's important and significant to really speak on, and just show homage and respect to, and then brothers, of course, if y'all have anything y'all want to share on that y'all been reflecting on, your self determination or today or whatever, what I mean, y'all can speak on it as well. Feel free to say to if you want any reflection, AJ, whoever. People in the comments want to share things they've been reflecting on. Cool. As we roll through the show, you can even still comment, about that.
Mm-hmm.
You did.
Absolutely.
All right. So real quick, before we get into the next segment, y'all, one time for the people who are in the comments or in the building, please make sure you like, share, post on your page, on your IGs, your Instagrams, and for the folks who have already been showing that level of support, we appreciate y'all. We want to make sure we appreciate the fans and their family and supporters who've been rolling with us through this whole journey. It's been a blessing. Also, by the way, speaking of R2BB, Sei Tu is featured on the Cypher Jam, which we will play tonight before we get into some of the other nitty gritty, just because we got to get into the bars, man, because this man killed it. Came in
Yes,
here and
sir.
smashed the joint, left the building. All right, I'm going to holler at y'all. I'm back to my kid. Excuse me. So, yeah, man. Just excited about that. Excuse me. Just excited about that. So, outside of that, man, everybody, please feel free to, if you have any questions while we roll into the journey of the rest of the show, for Say To or for us, concerning with all of what we're doing and, whatever we're discussing or even in the conversation, please, jump out there. We want y'all to feel like y'all included too. We know we all virtual because, it's 22, so we got to make it happen while we can make it happen. But feel free, like you right here in the building, talk to us, rock with us. All right. So before we get deep into the conversation, because I also want to give folks time to roll in. Some people probably just putting their kids to bed, so yeah, we all grown folk. Um, Say too, just talk to us off Bucks, man, about how you felt about jumping into being a part of this initiative and how it relates to even your brand and what you're doing in your community, man.
Well, I just felt it was important for me because I've been doing this for so long, Fox, just DMV music scene. So when you reached out to me, man, I was like, yeah, man, I got to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? It's I always preached about being united and unity, you know what I'm saying, over the division. You know what I'm saying? That's how we gonna prosper, you know what I'm saying? Like all the other states do it. So when you see those states like Atlanta and LA and those type of cities unifying as artists, you know what I'm saying, they seem to get a little further. So I just always wanted for us to do that in DC. So when you reached out to me, I was like, yeah, man, hell yeah, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna get down with it. And yeah, just represent for me and mine, man. You know what I'm saying? We've been here for a long time. And it's just time for us to be heard, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm here, like you said, self-determination, man. So I'm still determined to get that music out there for the world.
Yeah, man. And we're gonna get deeper into this part later, but I just want to highlight, just as a sneaky peeky off Bucks, this brother is not just involved in the rap game; he's in the community he came from and other places, like demonstrating how we get to these youngins, man. Not even just the youngins out there, but from my personal view and observation, and I'm sure many others. He's an excellent father. And I ain't gonna get too deep into none of the personal business, but I'm just saying, from what I know of this brother and his personal credentials, he's an excellent father and a model, what I'm saying, example of how to come from where we come from and be in every lane. The example of how to embody not just unity but just self-determination, like since we on that for the day. You know what I mean? In every way. And it's a beautiful thing of everything that I've seen all of these brothers in here accomplish, and you say too, stellar example also of how to be an artist that can walk in multiple lanes. I done seen this brother go from singing to rapping to writing songs for bands to having his own material out with other dope artists, and then him, and shout out to the big bro from the OG circle, Dread the Old Head.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And some of the other brothers, man, they got a whole thing going with that, man. Like, and then all the way down to what you do in the arts and in the education field and all of that. It's a powerful thing, man.
Thank you, man.
And so, of course, I'm gonna let you get into talking about it yourself more when we get into some of the questions and just you sharing your story. But I just had to highlight that because today I'm on really highlighting that for the Kings, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hey, so look, one time I really at this point I really feel like I want to go ahead and jump in on before we get into some of the other material from the brother in the story. I want to really jump in off that verse on R2BB, man. I need to hear that out loud with everybody that's jumping in and watching. I want to get into these bars, bro. Oh yeah, side note, without saying too much, we got a funny story in the studio about how that certain part of that verse came about. But I'm gonna let Sei Tu say how much of that he want to say. But it was just hilarious, just on some family behind the scenes tip, how dope the verse already was, and then even how you adjusted, it came out even more fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, man, it was like that. All in all, regardless. But yeah, let's hop in on pulling that up, man.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna check in back in a few with the people and see, who been tapped in and how they feeling about that.
All right, let's get it.
I know if any city niggas slick on the mic, but that's like asking if identical twins gon' look alike. Does a plucker smoke a pipe? Does it get dark at night? Do the bangers I write? Are Eskimos used to the ice? Cause yeah, spin more lyrics than Nick spitting out kids. My goon squad in abundance like Nicki Minaj hits. Women in all colors, I switch them like they do wigs. I warned them in 06 and they still ain't rockin' with this.
Yo, was y'all already listening though? Cause was y'all really listening to my man though? Like I heard everything he said, in the way it's metaphors and double entendres and all that all over the place. Oh, by the way, for the people who say Southside brothers can't rhyme. Man, I ain't hating on nobody from U Street.
Right. Like, that's what I'm trying to hear. I'm like, who said that?
No, trust me, I've heard. Now, Nick, this is history on the game. For the longest time, before it became popular to rap all around the whole city, it was almost like this mindset, like the only cats that really had bars like that was the Uptown cats that was all the way backpacked out with it.
That's great.
Like, real talk, that's true.
That's wild.
Cause we been had Stinky Dink, man. We been had my man. Stinky.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is that era respected it, but then it was a little period. Yeah, but then it was a little period in the middle during the late, like the early '90s going into the mid '90s.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, where it's like for a while, that's where the divide between go-go and hip hop went. Because before we was blending in both lanes the whole time.
Right.
Then all of a sudden there was a battle between whether or not DC would respect go-go or rap. And then of course, because of the streets and the drug game, just recapping by way on some of the history we've thrown out there around R2BB and why it's so important. Because of the drug game in the streets, DC ain't want to have nothing to do with nothing that was even remotely related to New York for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And so in the music industry, what that did against us is that it was only pockets where they was even really checking for DC rappers at all. And then the most of the ones that got to shine, and there's no hate to none of my Uptown brothers, because now we in a different place where it's more unification and more people to work together, collab with each other, which shows the progress of what we've accomplished. But I remember a time when it was not cool to rap in DC. And the only brothers that halfway got a pass on that is the Uptown dudes when they would deal with dudes out of town.
Mm-hmm.
Southside wasn't even in the conversation, even though we definitely had rappers. Word to most of the people on this no, well, not all of the people on this live, and other people we have colleagues with who been tight with the bars on the South Side. But I specifically felt led by the Most High in addition to highlighting the whole region and our city as well, highlighting MCs from the South Side who been had the bars, and we made our stamp on our side and have traveled other places.
Mm-hmm.
But in the conversation, unless you went to places like U Street, Adams, Morgan, all of that,
Right.
they wasn't really recognizing us at the conversation, even in our own town. That's facts.
Yeah.
That ain't me hating. That ain't me throwing no salt on nobody. That's me speaking truth. So what I'm proud to see and say is that now we got all kind of MCs from the South Side who got albums out, who got whole brands, who got some of them got clothing lines attached to their brands, who've also developed other team members. Now they got their own camps, and they collab with other fellow Southsiders and people outside of the South Side. You know what I mean? It's now we in the conversation along with our brothers and sisters where we at the level we should have been all along. Yeah, I'm gonna speak on it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I feel you.
And that's not trying to try to
You had the Oi Boys, and you had some of those groups like that, man.
exactly.
Standing
Yeah,
out from the
speak
South
on
Side.
it, brother. Mhm.
Yeah. So you definitely did. But yeah, man, I'm still trying to get it, man. You know what I mean? So shout out to my man 20 Bello, who just had
Yes, sir.
his final
Yes,
song.
indeed.
But yeah, like brothers like that, man, we've been doing this thing for a long time, man. So it's just it's good. It's good for y'all to invite me to this show, man, and for people to acknowledge it and to see like the music finally, you know what I mean. But it just took a while. Like back then, we was selling CDs, you know what I mean. So now it's like we had to cross over to putting our music out, you know what I mean. Like 'cause me, I'm used to having a backpack full of CDs. Like I used to go up Howard, up Georgia Avenue. I used to be on the train. You know what I'm saying? You ask my man, like we pulling up anywhere, we blasting it and we selling it out the trunk, you know what I mean? So
Of
it's
course.
like like now that we have crossed over to putting it out on all platforms, it's like okay, it's a little easier. You know what I'm saying? We making a little less money, but it's a little easier to just get it out to the masses. So you know what I'm saying? So I'm really enjoying that, man. So yeah, but yeah, Southside got rappers for all those who said we didn't.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
bars. So
Sir.
speaking of, real quick, let's
Got
hop it.
rappers, man.
Yes, indeed. So like speaking of, brother, talk to us like, you know what I'm saying, about what was your inspiration for your bars on R2BB? Like, I mean, outside of just knowing we was coming together, like how
Right.
you put together your story around that in that 8 bar space.
I was just basically like kind of being sarcastic, you know what I mean? Y'all wanna know if any city brothers is slick on the mic, you know what I mean? That's like asking, do identical twins look alike? Does a clucker smoke a pipe? Do it get dark at night? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you stupid? You know what I mean? Like, what type of stupid ass question is that? You know what I'm saying? So we had the one line in there. does a lesbian dyke, but you know what I'm saying, we decided we was gonna take that one out, you know what I mean? 'Cause we didn't want to offend nobody, but you know, we changed that, but it still came out hot. But yeah, that was the basic premise on that verse was just being sarcastic, like, you know what I mean? That's a dumb question if you wondering if we got rappers in DC, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I feel that like again, word to the R2BB movement. And like you noticed what he said, even though I'm sure you were all over different places as far as your hustle, you notice what you said though is I was up Georgia Avenue. I was So U Street was a main place in Georgia Avenue, all the surrounding areas,
Yeah.
all those different places where everything was popping.
Right.
Because Uptown is like, a southern. I hate to say this because I know from the history back in the day they didn't want to be referred to New York, but I'm going to say it. Uptown is like the southern fried version of Philly in New York. It's always
Yeah.
some popping,
I can see why you
always.
say that.
Yeah,
It's like a melting pot of people.
yes,
Culture,
everything is
yeah,
up there.
yeah. Right.
Now, if you was raised to tap into more culturally expansive things, then you might have hopped over the fence from the hood for a second and took a peek.
Mm-hmm.
But if you wasn't, it's like most people don't even know that it's there.
Right.
So it's significant for your brother like yourself and other brothers, who took advantage of that outlet.
Oh yeah.
And now, like you said, coming back full circle, now we're in a time where we're able to further build on the other tools we have in modern day time to get the word out there. Because you remember, even when we was growing up, even when it come to go-go, if you ain't had your ears to the streets before they started putting on the internet, you
Yeah.
wouldn't know where to go, who to go see, where they at. You be asking questions and look down.
Now, yeah, you really had to see a poster on a street sign.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, like
or one of your homies that you know that might have already been with a band or tapped into somebody who part of the band, then you might, all right, for real, they go, all right, bet.
right.
Then we graduated to PA Palace.
Yeah,
So
probably.
then you started getting the word through PA Palace, and that was like, I'm about to go up to such and such. Niggas, let's go up to PA
Yeah.
Palace. They're gonna have the whole list, cuz.
Yeah. They got really advanced when they start having the little hotlines you can call in.
What? Right.
When they had the little hotline you can call in, they had a little recording playing 24/7 or something like that. Yeah, I remember them days, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I can dig it. Real quick, we'll take a pause for a second just so we don't forget about the people, man. Talk to me. We got any more folks that got hopped in yet, brother?
No, nobody's commenting. We got people watching, but only Shane. When we played the verse from when we played Sei Tu's verse, threw up the
Shane.
fire emojis.
202.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Showing some love for the verse. So
Shout out.
yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yes, fire bars again from the South Side, from DC. We do it. So
Hey, tell Shane I gotta send him some music, man. But he can hear me, right?
Oh yeah, he can definitely hear you.
I
You know what I'm
gotta
saying?
get some music, champ, man. Most definitely appreciate the love.
Oh yeah. Shane will definitely show love. We on the same station or underground lab. So
Okay.
we not only will he play music, but whenever he's out and about and he has a platform to be able to play independent artists, you know what I'm saying, he definitely will do that. So definitely get in my man Shane.
Yeah.
that's what all us are. See what I'm saying? Networking, unity, man. We all got gifts and talents and position in what we do that we can, work with each other and help each other and all cross market and bow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's dope, man. Okay, so this is what I want to do. I don't know who's in the comments. So one of the things we want to kind of like kick up at another level moving forward is, even if you ain't got nothing significant you want to share on the topic at the time, let's just shout out everybody wherever you at, where you from. Say, hey, I'm here. I'm from coming checking in from wherever you at. Say hello. You know what I mean? Because if you online, we know to be present. We can acknowledge you and, and show you our appreciation for the fact that you tuning in. You ain't got to say much. I ain't asking you to be a scholar with a dollar. You know what I mean? Just go ahead and talk to the people. You did?
Oh man. That's right.
So yeah, man. That's the bet. Also, just so y'all know, significantly, in one of the ways we're actually able to know you're here is that you comment, because the way it works on live is they'll allow you to see people, but you can't see, for the audience to tap in and for us to connect and see what's up and let you comment. So when you comment, it also helps us show traction to the fact that the people who are tapping in are actually enjoying the programming, because we also moving forward are going to take things to another level with how we expanding and all the wonderful things that we have to share with y'all and all the different artists we going to bring in addition to this wonderful artist we have here with y'all today. So it's very important, good people, that y'all, tap in and just say hello whenever you pop in, even if that's all you just say, letting you know we in there. Now, back on my main man, Sei Tu.
Yes, sir.
Talk to us about, I guess your journey as an artist, coming into you deciding to even become an MC and a rapper, because I know you travel in multiple lanes in terms of the different genres and things we have to offer here from our town and beyond. So
Right.
I want to kind of get deep into that a little bit so that people can see, what's behind your music before we drop the songs.
Right on. All right. Well, basically, I grew up listening to go-go music via my pops, my uncles. They was listening to Chuck, Essence, Junkyard, Blackyard, them type of bands. So, that was already like just a part of like my household everyday type of thing. You know what I mean? So one day my pops came home with like some used instruments, some timbales, and a set of drums. So me and my brother, we got on that and we was banging, we was making noise. You know what I'm saying? Until he started flicking the light switch, like, all right, that's enough. But yeah, that was like the beginning of it. And then I went to college, man. I went to Virginia State. When I got down V State, I had a Yamaha PSR 540. What was it? I think it was a PSR 540, something like that. I had a Yamaha. Anyway, the joint had 2 speakers on the top, but it was a nice keyboard, man. Rest in peace, my grandmother bought me that joint. When I went to college, man, and I just made like the best use of that joint in the dorm room, man. That's when like the rapping really started. You know what I'm saying? Like we had the band stuff as kids. We was playing like we playing banging and stuff. But once I went to college, man, I really honed in on the producing and making the beats and like started a little rap group, Official Coalition. My man G, Chief, Rico. Mo, we had a couple of dudes. We was like a 3-6 mafia. We had a little group in college, man. So we was making some noise on campus down Virginia State. Shout out to VSU. But yeah, that's when the rapping really took off with that keyboard, because it wasn't shit to do down there. You know what I'm saying? Like after class, man, it really wasn't nothing to do but either get high, try to find you some honeys. Or we chose to just be in my room making beats and making songs. So we spent hours doing that, man. That's how the the rapping, like my first CD came about. Then I graduated, came home, came back to DC, and it was just on from there. Started doing the open mics and just selling CDs and just making some noise. And just a little bit of history, man. Like Wale went to Virginia State, but he went there like after I left. You know what I'm saying? So like after I graduated, I think he came like the following year. So that's kind of ironic, but yeah, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's just a little bit of how it got started, man. Then once I got back home, got back to the go-go bands, just still was producing, rapping, and got to some bands, man. My first band once I came home from school was Straight Business Band, Straight Business. And then after that it was Relentless. And Relentless kind of we was on and off, played with a couple of other bands, you know what I mean, some notary bands, but back to Relentless, and yeah, man, we trying to make a move with originality.
Am I mistaken, or I might have been somebody else? I don't know, because I know when I was with bands for a while, did you ever rap for Black Passion, man?
Yeah.
That's know what
I played with a couple of bands. Yeah.
Yeah, the first time I ever seen you rap like live was when you was with Black Passion.
Yeah, I played with Black Patch for like 2 years. Yes, sir.
Yep,
Shout out to them. Yep, yep, yep.
yep. Cause the thing is, even though we connected officially in the present,
Right.
I had, I knew of you already, and I had seen, you in different things here and there, different cars, whatever, this, whatever. But especially during that time, I was heavy in the band culture as well. Before
Yeah.
I kind of went into some of the other things I'm doing now, and like I always remember being like, man, that nigga can spit. Like I always in my mind said, like, yeah, I know he liked that with this band, but like that dude is like that as far as like his spitting ability. Like he could actually be a rap artist outside of that all by himself. Little did I know he already had his own solo material out, of course. But I was just thinking that in my head about you the very first time I saw you. I don't know if you remember. Matter of fact, we dapped up just on some history real quick. We dapped up. It was at this cookout. I forgot the name of the event we was at. But I was playing with Rebirth Band back then.
Okay.
And we actually played right after y'all played. And then before that though, I remember y'all doing y'all set and I dapped you up. We was talking for a hot second, but then
Right.
we didn't get a chance to really chop no more because then later on I ended up going into some of the other stuff that you know me for now. But I just thought it's just wild to me how I was thinking that to myself, and then here we are on an interview to talk about exactly all of what you speaking on.
Most definitely, man. Yes, sir. Yep. Yeah. Black Passion, man. I sung with EU for a couple of months, man. I sung with UCB, Rise Band, a lot of different bands. Loud, um, Prime Time. Yeah. So I did my thing, man. Anytime Relentless wasn't working, I found me a way to just continue to work. You know what I mean? So I just
So
never.
basically, when you write raps, do you pretty much would try them joints out every time you go live on a set? Were you doing the rap thing, and then also you singing hooks? Was you writing the hooks for all the other bands you was with, or was it more like whatever song that they was trying to do at the time? Like I know with Relentless, y'all got your whole own thing
Right.
going on,
Well,
but
that's
like,
that's that's the thing, right? So some of those bands I was with, they called for me to just sing like covers, or like sing like a song off the radio, or rap a song off the radio. So, that was cool because I was getting paid, but like at the end of the day, I really wasn't feeling that. So I was like, man, like okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do this, but I would try to implement like some originality, or like try to come up with a hook, like let's try this, or I got a verse that can go right here, like since I always, whatever band I'm in, I'm gonna slide some original stuff in it if they let me, you know what I'm saying? But so I like that's why I had to get back to my band, so I could like be like, you know what I'm saying? We do originals, and it's not like we not scared, we not, it's like nothing, you know what I'm saying, like holding us back. So a lot of bands, they kind of scared of doing it. They're like, oh well, what, the people not gonna like it, oh they just gonna like it. So I mean, if you never try, what do you give them to like if you're not even putting nothing out there? You know what I'm saying? So we just like, look, we gonna give some originals, man. Some of it they might stare at us like a dead headlights, but after a while they be like, yeah, that shit cranking, man. You know what I'm saying? So nothing beats a failure but a try, man, with that original stuff, man. You gotta put it out there, man.
man, you don't even understand, brother, how significant what you just said is in a whole different way. Because one of the things, as we talked before offline, I'm also a fellow instrumentalist as well as a singer and a rapper. So I identify personally with your brand because as a producer, a singer, and a rapper who has been in that same position where I've been in bands where because I can sing, they wanted me to sing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can rap, all right, cool. We'll rap this from this song that's hot right now. We try and get
Right.
them or when they needed somebody to be the musical, the director type dude who knew how to pull the whole band together and really polish the pieces in the band.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the guy on the keys that they have in the back, on the back line,
Right.
which I willingly played all of those roles. I didn't play every role on a go-go band. I never tried to become the greatest lead talker, nothing, but I had my shot at that a couple times and times too, in different things. You know what I mean? Said that
Right.
wasn't my focus as far as the go-go idiom per se, but my whole point is as it relates to yourself, there was always something missing for me when it came to what the Most High created me to do with my sound and my brand, and the people who was down with giving me space to do that just as much as I was willing to give them space to do that as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so all throughout college, I and throughout different parts of my career and throughout what I gained from my insight around coming up and jumping in on U Street and Broadway and all of that, Black Broadway, and what that was about is that that was the one place we were all able to express our art without the boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, at the same token, what is significant about the present is now we're at a space where there's a level playing field across the board where, like you said, you got back to Relentless because that's where you really started developing an original way to present your art.
Yeah.
And then simultaneously, which I've been preaching for years, which now I think DC and DC DV area is finally caught up to, like you spoke to earlier, is we can simultaneously put out our own songs online, do the necessary groundwork to make sure people recognize and know who it is we are in our own town,
Mm-hmm.
and then turn around and do the original live go-go version of our own song.
Yeah. Why not? That's what I'm saying.
That's
Right.
what we
So.
doing with the, think about it, DC, hear me. That's what we doing with the radio stuff anyway. We're doing
Right.
someone else's songs that we can't even get paid off of.
That's what I always thought to myself. Right. So it's like people are like, yeah, man. Well, people want to hear what's hot on the radio. Okay. Well, why don't we have our songs from people from DC go-go bands have our songs hot on the radio? So like, I just never understood why people just always feel like our music wasn't good enough to be those top 40 songs that we selected from to cover. You know what I'm saying? So if you make those songs, then you cover your own songs. You don't have to play other people's songs. Like what's stopping us from making those songs that we're covering, those songs that they're playing on the radio every day? So that's just my philosophy on that. Like, man, we can make those songs. People right here in this city, we can make those songs. We don't need to keep playing. Nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with playing other people's songs, but I just feel like we too creative to not play our own songs. Like we're way too creative, man. Like this is it's too many musical geniuses born and living here right now. You know what I mean? So we should be like a metropolis of music, like Motown. You know what I'm saying? DC should be up there with like Motown, as far as making music. So, my
Yes,
bad.
indeed.
I got the
Nah, you good. You be in that excellent father that I spoke about. You all right?
Look, they don't care that I'm on the podcast, man.
Of course not. We not listen. We all got babies on this thing, man. I understand.
Right.
So, yeah, man, that's again significant. Because now watch this to tie back into the U Street Black Broadway excellence and to tie back into Black excellence in terms of what DC has always been as trendsetters and trailblazers, and what you speaking on. We started out doing original music.
Right.
A lot of our go-go was original back in the day, in the 80s and in the early 90s especially.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And then the mid 90s, here and there, of course, we were throwing, like even Backyard, for example, because they were one of the bands from Uptown, for example, that made it real popular to take some of the hip hop that was coming from New York and some of the other regions, Parks, Face, and they would throw it, their version of it. Do you know how many songs I learned about in hip hop because I heard a go-go version of it from back or any other band that we grew
Yeah,
up on coming up.
yeah. You heard that go-go version first.
Yep.
Right.
So you thought it was their song. You know what I'm
Right. So
saying?
before
Yeah,
we
that's
even knew it was a cover that
exactly
they
how I feel.
inserted. Yeah, because it was surrounded. Because my whole point is, it was surrounded by a whole bunch of other original music,
Exactly.
breakdowns, lines from hooks we came up with.
Yeah.
You know,
Chance to put on hoods and stuff.
yeah, all of that.
Right.
All of that is called songwriting, my people.
Exactly.
All the musical arrangements and compositions from the musicians who come up with ways to create sounds around the joint, and then in the mid to late 90s and early 2000s, then we muscled up and started adding samples and claps and 808s. You know, the drummer playing too while we cranking with the shots in the band. What? DC is a live music town, and word to the history of Black Broadway and of DC and the DV area period. And to your point, Sei Tu, to honor what you spoke on, we known for that. Marvin Gaye, Donald Byrd and the Blackbirds, Donny Hathaway, Richard Smallwood. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could keep going in every lane.
Yeah, most definitely.
We got people.
Yeah.
So it's always been
some of the most sampled artists alive, you know what I mean, from here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, my bad. For the Queens. Roberta Flack.
Yeah. Yeah, the Chuck Browns, the Trouble Funks.
What?
You know what I'm saying? The EUs, you know what I mean? They getting sampled to this day.
Yeah, all of that. And guess what? Hip hop, if y'all didn't notice, y'all been sampling DC for a long time, bro.
Oh yeah. Right. You
From
know
the old...
right? Another thing, man. I was listening to the radio, right? And I heard Salt and Pepper, man. Like Salt and Pepper had a lot of go-go songs, man, back then. It's like why didn't we? Like you know what I'm saying? I was just listening to that like damn, like they're from New York, man. They had a lot of tight go-go songs, man. Even Kid and Play, you know what I mean? Like back then. So it's just like people know about go-go, man. They know how contagious that music is. So it's just like we just gotta tap back into our own roots and the soul of it, and just come out with like original stuff again. You know what I mean? I'm not knocking. Like, don't get it twisted. I'm not knocking the covers, but you know what I mean. Like we should be making our own top 40 music, man.
That's right.
We should be making our own top 40.
Yeah. And watch this. The same thing, like word to your solo projects and singles and things that's online, videos, you know what I'm saying? All of that, man.
Sure.
Like, it is possible, good people of Washington, D.C., to be a solo artist who also has a band that they regularly do also simultaneously albums with.
Yeah.
Because in his sound, when we played one of the matter of fact, brother AJ, after we hop in and holler at folks in the comments and in 1 second, can we please play that pressure? I need to show the people how you blend go-go and hip-hop with bars together. Real talk.
Okay.
To prove the whole point, once you said it again in DC, we been had bars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to keep saying it over and over again till they feel it and they know it. You know what I'm saying? But for real, man, like it's possible to do it and incorporate our sound, our brand of how we do hip hop and rap, even the trap rap. Our version of that is the slow bounce.
Right. My bad.
And then you can mix the trap beat feel with bounce in the background so it has the DC flavor to it, but still has what youngers is listening to now. Or if you want to go hip hop style with it, you can take the other lane, however you want to bring it. But the point is, we've been doing it, right?
Yeah. You gotta evolve, man. You gotta evolve.
Yeah.
You gotta evolve. You gotta include the youngest. You cannot exclude the youngest. You cannot shun them or be like, man, that shit y'all playing ain't music. You gotta like kind of find a little way to you know what I'm saying, crossbreed that into your music, especially, you know, if you're an older cat like myself, man, you've been doing it for a long time, you still want to be relevant to these genres, man. So I definitely incorporate bounce or, you know, a little, you know, I change my flow a little bit, you know what I mean? I keep up with the young cats, man, you know what I mean, but still stay true to myself.
Yeah, like, and this brother has proved it, because I done heard this brother rap the style that we came up in and flip it. And I done heard this brother just demolish a trap beat. Like, what? How? Whoa. And then turn around and sing on his own hook. Stop playing.
Right.
Yes, man.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yep.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to OG the Queen. I see you popping in, Queen. Appreciate you for tapping in with us.
Salute.
You know what I'm saying? You know, once again. All right, so look, y'all. We're going to pause on the talking for a minute, because I know those who love our conversations, y'all engage. But we also want to give y'all some good flavor, man. So real quick, brother, we almost ready with the queue up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's ready.
All right, so without further ado, real quick, we're going to play this good, you know what I'm saying, this heat for y'all real quick from my man Sei Tu. It's actually called Pressure. In DC, that's slang for that's gas. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we about to listen to this gas on wax real quick. Pressure. My man Sei Tu. One time.
Salute.
Shit, no question. I've been a red breed. I'm out here cranking shit like essence. Shorty beat your feet, we lagging. And I just count my blessings. I'm putting on for my city. Look, cause I can't take no lesson. I keep applying pressure. I'm on my shit, no question. I've been a red breed. I'm out here cranking shit like essence. Shorty beat your feet, we lagging. And I just count my blessings. I'm putting on for my city. Look, cause I can't take no lesson. I keep applying pressure. This that dope shit for my real niggas on good hope shit. Southside, we staying fly on big bodies like some flow shit. No whole shit, nigga whole list. Got young niggas that won't miss. They stay in tune with your instincts, cause they ride through so nigga don't blink. I made it right on 16, smoking on this kush shit. Faded out in my mind sometimes on the ground, it's the only way to cope with it. Talk to do stuff to my homies, I was riding solo, but I ain't never lonely. 9 on me like Romo nigga, but it's a hater nation, so fuck Tony. All I know is just get it. Too many niggas dying, so a nigga stay with it. Hitting bullets, flying shots, fire coast distance to everyday struggles and hustles, commitment. Trying to duck the red rum man in the system, so I turn the bass up and get lifted. Fans was pressing out, but they missed me. Plus a couple niggas was trying to sneak this me. Little bitch text me saying to come get me, so I'ma fuck around and get a bottle. I got plenty of things, plus food and drink. Now I'ma match my gas full throttle. All I'm trying to do is cool in my lane, but niggas stay on that whole shit. But I was in the cut, nigga cool as fuck, the king of this so dumb shit. I'm pressure, I'm on my shit, no question. I've been a red breed, I'm out here cranking shit like essence. Shorty beat your feet, we lagging. And I just count my blessings. I'm putting on for my city. Look, cause I can't take no lesson. I keep applying pressure. I'm on my shit, no question. I've been a red breed. I'm out here cranking shit like essence. Shorty beat your feet, we lagging. And I just count my blessings. I'm putting on for my city. Look, cause I can't take no lesson. I keep applying. Now this, that cranking shit, all big facts, nigga, nation's cap. Running back like AP, but I'm applying pressure like a Lil Mac. Wish I could bring my nigga Lil back. Ace of Sound Lab, keep it a whole stack. I'ma hold it down for the king. He said keep it gangster like back. And this bounce shit gon' make them sunnies clap. But we smoke the pressure, this back. I want my bad bitches in the front. Real niggas cool and how they gon' act. My nigga track dealer on the track, putting DMV styles on wax. And we going hard like Junkyard. Godfather put us on the map. But imitators and shit, we lame as a bitch. Give us our culture back. Respect from my peers, been cracking for years. You can go and check my stats. Niggas keep thinking it's sweet. I hop on the beat, I'm killing shit like a goon. And plus all my niggas with me and this shit can get deep. Keep 2 hands on the wall. I'm applying pressure. I'm on my shit, no question. I've been a red breed. I'm out here cranking shit like essence. Shorty beat your feet, we lagging. And I just count my blessings. I'm putting on for my city. Look, cause I can't take no lesson. I keep applying pressure. I'm on my shit, no question. I've been a red breed. I'm out here cranking shit like essence. Shorty beat your feet, we lagging. And I just count my blessings. I'm putting on for my city. Look, cause I can't take no lesson. I keep applying pressure.
Yeah, told y'all, man, Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate the love, man.
Man, that thing right there is smoking, bro.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate it.
So yeah,
Shout out to my man Track Dealer, man. He produced that track, man.
yeah, Track Dealer, man. Yeah, Track Dealer, you be making some heat, bro. I've been hearing your work, brother. Shout out to a fellow producer, man. I love it. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. So yeah, man. So talk to us about Pressure. Give us the little quick inspiration behind Pressure and how you laid that, man. Some of what we've been talking tonight, man. You just hit on that second verse, man. You went in a little bit. I was like, oh yeah, talk about it.
Hey, man. Track Dealer gave me that beat, man. And I was like, okay. I heard the timbales on it, so I was just like, just came up with the hook, man. So I tried to incorporate some go-go bands within the hook. So I mentioned like Essence, and I mentioned like Beating Your Feet. I just try to, give it a go-go feel, just based off, the inspiration of the beat, because he had the timbales in there real heavy. So I'm like, all right, this jump bouncing. He had the timbales in here, so I had to come up with like a hook that'd go with that joint, man. And so that's what I came up with. Came up with some verses for the rest in peace, my man Big Lil. I had to throw him in there. He one of the pioneers. He one of my pioneers. Section 8 mob, Montana, aka Big Lil. That's one of the first dudes I was like looking up to as far as just like making this. Like when they had that video with Morgan Freeman in it. I was like, man, these niggas got Morgan Freeman up Lincoln Heights. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a big deal to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, I'm just following them dudes' footsteps, people like that, man, and just trying to represent, man, and just incorporate my style of rap with my style of go-go, you know what I mean, and just trying to, just pave the way, be a trailblazer with that. It's a lot of people doing it now, trying to incorporate the go-go with the rap, but I'm just trying to show like the Dougie Freshers and the people that's coming, like the CeeLo Greens, people that's coming to our town. I'm trying to show them how it's done. You know what I'm saying? Basically, I'm trying to show them how it's done. The Snoop Dogg, other people that want to come on, you want to do a go-go song. This is how you do it, man. I'm just trying to show y'all, the swag of DC and, how we putting it down.
Yeah, that's powerful. Once again, to speak on that again, let me highlight DC from the old school and the elders, who have come before us all the way to our age group, all the way to the present generation. We are a live music town. This is what we do.
All the time.
But all of y'all artists who want to come to our town, please understand, it ain't that we hating, but if you cannot put on a quality live show, we will boo you off the stage with not apology. With no apology. And listen, I try to be, spirit led and positive and and socially empowering as much as possible. But I have to speak truth. Just, brag a little bit about my town, respectfully.
Yeah,
you come to our town, you have to have a banging live show. If you, like my man said, collaborate with our bands,
right?
You can't just come and snatch hiring our musicians just so that we can play for y'all and make y'all sound good. Respect the gangster of what we do here.
Most of them, I think, already know. You know what I'm saying? Most of them kind of got a rapport with the go-go band, so it's like they already know the culture. But you know what I mean? It's just nobody really doing it from here. I take that back. Wale is putting out some good cross blend of go-go hip hop. You know what I mean? He's done that. So I will say Wale has, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to keep that going, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. The ones who, I will say, the ones who have collaborated, you know what I'm saying, with us the ones who collaborated with well
yeah, you got the beat going on.
Yeah, nah, I was saying we apologize, folks. I think we having a tech difficulty. Bear with us real quick.
Nah, there you go. I can hear you now. I can hear you, but the beat was kind of drowning you out a
Yeah,
little
nah, I
bit.
feel you. Nah, I mean it's cool. You know, sometimes the electronics on the live one do its own thing. I was like, wait, hold on. All right. So anyway, like you said, there's quite a few who have collabed with people who have earned the rapport, learned the rapport with some of, especially a lot of the legend bands who kind of already been out here for a
Oh yeah.
while, You know
Oh
what I
yeah.
mean? And they put their stamp already.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same token, outside of yourself, one of the artists I will say I always, which we know y'all already know, we love him here in DC, that I would say always I felt came correct with the way he presented his collab with our approach with Scarface.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most definitely.
But
Most definitely.
outside of that and a few others, like now we, like you said, we have more people doing it more as far as our live shows, as far as certain other people might be doing art in different places. But it's definitely to be said that we still have now more of a significant role to play in reigniting the fire at the next level,
Yeah.
to remind the people who came from our era that we respect and pay homage to the ones before us, but to show these youngins, listen, we respect what y'all are doing, but we gonna bridge the gap in the middle and have all the pieces come together and show everybody how we can create our infrastructure for the unity, for the cross marketing,
Yes, sir.
for the sharing of ideas and resources with one another, you know, whether it be through paying one another because we want to support one another's brands and businesses, or whether it be through bartering by saying, hey, I don't got no money right now, but I can do this. Can you do that on my side? All right, cool. And it's
Mm-hmm.
not just one sided.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then also with what you're doing, I find it significant that you are showing at a whole different level, and also yet again, notably from the South Side. Just want to put that out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that you are have done and are doing the same thing while simultaneously maintaining a rapport with the band that you have been building with
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
creating a
My
brand
brothers.
for
My
both
brothers, man.
gangs. Huh?
I said, yeah, Relentless Band, those are my brothers.
Yes, indeed. Shout
Yeah.
out to Relentless. I mean, I love y'all, man. I can't wait. I can't wait till y'all, man. Look, I ain't even heard the whole album, but the little bit Sei Tu been woo, heat, bruh.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate
If
that.
you want, if you want to show them how to do go go and hip hop and rap and all those elements together and do it out, you know, the way we do it originally, Relentless got the juice with that, man. I gotta say shout out to them. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? All the homies. Some of the brothers that play in your band, I've played with, you know, in other bands in the past, or you know, different walks of life.
yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's respected, man. Um, Okay, so real quick before we dig any further, I want to tap in with some folks in the comments real quick because I've seen quite a few people pop up. I want to show love to the people that's
All
been
right.
showing love to Say too, man.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody in the comments.
Yeah, it's been a lot of comments. I've been showcasing them as we've been going along. I think this is Stefan Scott.
Stefan. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's my Congo player. What's up, Steph?
yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
he's showing love. Shout out to Dana Cunningham.
Yeah, came
Said
on
the
with the flow. Yeah,
yeah. He said,
these are all Relentless Band members.
that's what's up. Said the first leader talker who can really rap. Yeah. And he had quite a few comments. Also said later on said gotta involve the next generation. Back when we were talking about the whole thing of like really kind of sort of reaching across the aisle when it
Yeah,
comes to the different generations and everything.
right.
And then also said Relentless Band Original Kings album coming soon.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then I
Came on
think
with
that
the flow.
yeah. So those are like the main comments he had. And then let me see. OG the Queen been definitely showing us love in the comments.
Shout out to
Yeah,
OG the Queen.
yeah. I'm trying to find one of like some of her really good comments. Oh yeah, so when we was playing Pressure, she was saying, okay, I see what y'all talking about with the go-go sound. She said, I like it. Definitely showing love for that joint. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
So
Thank
like,
you. Thank
hey, it don't matter whether you
you.
from
Appreciate it.
DC. That's proof. It don't matter whether you from DC or not. You know what I'm saying? When you got that good sound, everybody from everywhere like it. You know what I'm saying? She said, now I'm finna give him pressure, LOL. And then she said,
Yeah, come on.
she said, I know, right? Got Trill with it in that second verse. You know what I'm saying? Showing love for that joint. And then, let me see. Just got a comment in from Lamont Jackson, showing love. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Plenty of
yeah, my
people.
man Cheese. What's up, Cheese?
Yes, indeed. Yes,
Hey, my
indeed.
man Cheese got a hell of a podcast too, man.
Oh,
Shout out to
that's
my
what's
man
up.
Cheese, man.
That's
Yes,
what's up.
sir.
Yeah, and then we had our homie Judah check in earlier. He
Oh
said
yeah,
loving
Judah. That's my
this.
man. What's up, Judah? Okay.
Absolutely. Then he also said, going back to the whole thing about Salt and Pepper and Kid of Play, and I
Right.
was gonna say this earlier, but I figured somebody would say it in the comments. He's like, Herbie
Herbie Love.
Lovebug took our go-go
Okay.
sound and used it to produce Salt and Pepper and Kid and Play. Right,
Yeah,
exactly, because he
man.
spent a lot of time down here. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
yeah. Cause I'm like, hold up, man. They like they put out them songs, and I'm like, I remember these songs when I was a kid. And I'm like, hold up, you know what I'm saying? We knew it was Go Go then, but it's like back then you didn't know that they was from New York. You know what I'm saying? You're like, hold up, okay, we hear this Go Go. You thinking like I'm thinking that they
Right.
was from DC. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right, and you know it's funny they weren't the only two to do it because I
Right.
want to say what's my man uh I mean probably one of the most legendary rappers from that particular era, like early. Oh, I think we lost people. He be back shortly. Why can't I? Why is his Curtis Blow? He had a song like a go-go type song. You
But
know what I'm
yeah,
saying, back in the day.
look, I wouldn't put it past, man. I believe it, man. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm like, we got to get it back to like, you know what I mean? How it was just normal to hear those rappers rapping over go go. You know what I'm saying? We got to get it back to that, man.
Exactly,
You know what I mean?
exactly,
But artists
absolutely.
from here, you know what I mean?
Right, right, exactly. Our artists, right,
Yeah,
right,
right.
yeah. So and also shout out to Reek Suave. He another
Hey,
plug for the album dropping soon.
oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Abs- Absolutely, and
Big
shout out
bad
to
Orleans.
yes indeed, and shout out to my brother Rick Flections on the check in.
Yeah.
Said DC behind the music. You know we definitely need
You
one
know
for the
we are.
city.
Yeah, you know
we
we are.
definitely need one for the city. And then he said evolve and incorporate, talking about the different sounds and everything.
Yeah,
And then later on he said I love this comment. He said music is musicking.
I know that's right, man.
Yeah.
That sounds like
Hey, real quick, y'all,
that
my
sound on
bad.
a t-shirt, man.
Real quick, I just want to tell y'all my bad. I think my screen and everything blanked out on me for a second. So yeah,
It's
I don't know,
all
man.
good.
It's been wild tonight, man. I don't usually have any issues like this, but yeah, man. I just to tap back in. I already know y'all was continuing, catching the
We was
comments.
holding it down for you, brother.
Man, I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate it, brother, man. Like so. So real quick, AJ, tap me back in with where we exactly are now, because I know you've been holding down the show with Say Tu for me while I had that quick pause and connection.
I just wrapped up the comments. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Highlighting the I didn't want to read them all because there was a lot of comments, but just trying to highlight a lot of the comments that people that was tapped in. We got a lot of people tapped in tonight showing love. So, we appreciate everybody for
Yeah.
watching.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Definitely, man. Thank y'all. You know what I'm saying? We really appreciate y'all watching, man, because it just helps, speaking back again to the black excellence and the power of self determination and unity in the DC DMV region. We are breaking the walls between go go and hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
In this season, they will no longer exist. If R2BB and Say Tu and any of the rest of us got anything to do with it, we will acknowledge both and how we already from day one influenced other cultures, including New York,
Mm-hmm.
where it started, on how to do this thing right here. How other people hire our musicians to do their live shows because they recognize that
Oh
we
yeah.
already have that down.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely.
Because here's the thing, and this is and here's it. We've even done it before where we've had collabs with DJs in the band and rappers. We've been doing that.
Yeah.
So that's respect to the hip hop culture aspect as far as the DJ. And we already know that the go-go band, even when you do covers, is a one big live turntable.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The lead talker is the one that's playing the role of being the DJ and the MC, hyping the crowd, and at the same time, if he can actually rap, then he the rapper on the scene too.
Right.
Right. Then the singer is the what? That's the R&B element.
Right.
And then the bounce beats and the stuff with the heavy bow, bow, bow. That's our version of rock music.
Mm-hmm.
I could keep going.
Right.
So I digress. I just got to put it out there, man, because part of what we also do here at R2BB is we highlight the fact that DC DMV area has been trendsetters and trailblazers of the culture in many facets, and also in business and in film and all that for years.
Right.
And as y'all know, our tags say "in taxation without representation," because for a long time, because it's a political town and because it's also a very transient city, meaning, you know, a lot of people come through here for a lot of reasons, for politics, for business. We have been like the best kept secret to the world, even though where we live at run the world.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So in this season, respectfully, let me get that real quick. And I'm saying that on behalf of all of us, because the Most High has created a portal for us to now exist at the next level.
Mm-hmm.
And no one on the face of the earth can shut that door. All we got to do, like you said, Sei Tu, is keep applying pressure.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man.
Which, by the way, all around the town, from the OGs to the young G's to the big homies to the youngins. At this present time, in case y'all haven't been tuned in, you might want to tap in because we are applying pressure heavy right now in DC DMV area and beyond. And it's you know, we pay homage to the Most High for creating us and giving us these gifts, and the spirit that's behind us putting this pressure on the world. But we also, in a humble but yet slightly braggadocious way, will take the credit for what we have long should have been gotten.
Yeah.
I had to put that in a diplomatic way, so if we have any scholars or politicians that ever watch this, they understand what it is.
And one thing I want to say while we talking about this, man, I just want to speak to because we have a lot of young MCs out here, man. I just want to talk to them right now, man. I just want to say to y'all, man, leave your guns at home. When you're shooting your videos, leave your pistols at home. You know what I'm saying? Leave your money at home. You know what I'm saying? We wanna kind of move away from this money flashing, this gun flashing culture, man, because I'm tired of seeing y'all dying, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of seeing all these young rappers from my town with all this talent passing away. So if y'all will listen to just one of your OGs right quick, man, just go ahead and keep your guns at home, keep the money at home, rap about what's going on in your life without all that, because I feel like that's putting people, you know what I'm saying, it's putting a target on your back. You know what I'm saying? It's putting a target on your back, and it's attracting a lot of negative attention, man. It's getting y'all, you know what I'm saying? It's getting y'all in trouble, and it's getting y'all hurt. So while we was talking about, you know what I'm saying, DC and the rappers, I just wanted to speak on that right quick.
Yes, indeed, and I appreciate you saying that, Sei Tu, because that's the other part of what we are doing here. You know, through what you're highlighting with your brand and through what we're speaking on R2BB, and part of why I believe the Most High asked me to ask you to be a part is because your spirit said to me, this brother understands not only where we come from, but also where we need to go in terms of to eliminate some of the bad imagery that DC has been known for. We don't need to be known for being killers no more. We don't need to be known for being, you know, just flashing. Matter of fact, even when we was growing up, if you notice, most DC cats don't wear a whole lot of jewelry and chains. We ain't even known for being flashy. Stop what you doing.
We never really was. I mean,
yeah, we have our own way
to a certain degree, but not really.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So let's get back also to the identity of who we are in this town, by the way.
Yeah.
And we all, people was following us for the way we wear the scarves and the way we do our dances and throwing it in their beats and throwing it in their videos and
Right.
little stuff.
Right.
And I ain't hating on what they did with it, but we need to do with what our own culture is, what people have been doing in their music and mixing their brand with it for years.
Right. Yeah,
So now here we are. Thank you, Sei Tu, for saying that to the youngins. Because listen, youngins, we ain't hating on what you're doing with the swag and the fact that you have talent. But we
right.
need you to live long enough for us to enjoy the journey
Yeah.
of watching you grow and progress into being something great so you can get to our age and beyond. And we say, man, look at that youngin go. He did that.
Mm-hmm.
Not at your funeral where we talk about, man, Shawty here, he could have did this.
Right.
I agree. I'm tired of that narrative. We all of us can say we in some way have experienced hearing that narrative over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm. Right. So I'm just trying to maybe, you know what I mean, cast a little, you know what I'm saying, plant a seed, man. That's all.
Yeah, get something with that real quick. I feel it.
You can do your thing. Do your thing, man. But like, do your thing in the smart. Be a little smarter with it.
Yeah,
responsible.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, real quick. So we're gonna take a pause for a second, and we're gonna also invite you, Sei Tu, to participate with us. We do a little game here on R2BB called Guess the Elements in the music. So we play random beats, not sometimes with vocals. Most of the time, even just instrumentals, is because we like to see if the artist and the audience are able to pick up on what they hear. You know what I'm saying? And especially a brother as yourself who's used to playing with musicians and singing and all that, I'm sure your ears keen enough to catch quite a few things. You know what I'm saying?
All right, we'll see.
Yeah, so this is the part all our people in the audience who are in the comments, y'all can participate too. If you listen and you hear stuff you want to throw in your guesses too, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, jump in, we gonna have fun with it. So whenever you ready, AJ, we can go ahead and drop that.
All right, let's get it. That was a short beat, so that was easy.
Yep. I purposely threw a couple of short ones in rotation of what we've been working with in our whole little playlist, just because it's quick. Yeah, So I Sei Tu, you want to take a crack at it first, or you Okay, OG the Queen said I like that percussion. Yeah. That's what's up. Okay,
I like the sample was dope. I heard the piano in there, and I heard like somebody singing, and I think I heard a little guitar riff in there. And like she said, the percussion was dope, but I couldn't make out what song it was that was sampled. But yeah, definitely was a dope sample in there.
Yeah, so. At the end of everybody giving their guesses, I'm gonna get a breakdown on it because
So you want us to guess what song you sampled it from?
Nah, I'm saying, well, yeah, well, you can do that too. Well, if you want to throw that in there, if you want to guess what song that sample is from, you can do that. If you want to guess different instruments and elements, you can do that too. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. I definitely heard the piano and some vocals in there, and in the percussion.
Okay, that's what's up.
I think
Yeah,
a couple of guitar riffs in there.
true that. All right, let's hear from the people in the comments. Who else heard? Felt like they heard something that they might want to tap in or share about the beat we just played, the sneaky peek beat of the week. Y'all know me, I be chilling, man, but I try to just sneaky peek of the week. You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
Okay.
All right, so AJ, let's see what we got, man. Anybody spoke on what they seen? I know OG the Queen said something.
Yeah, she was the only one that spoke on it. So
okay, so everybody being shy on the guest. All right, so we'll jump into it on this one.
She just says cymbals. She heard some cymbals in there.
Definitely some cymbal crashes in there. I don't know if you can hear it because sometimes online you can't always hear every single element in full detail. But there's actually a tambourine, like coming from speaking on the go-go idiom. I have a tambourine in there doing the shake.
Okay.
The whole time in the background, that's giving it that little shimmy against the drums and the bass. People who know me, when I make beats, I always gotta have some type of swing in it because I can't help it. I'm from a live music town who finds a swing in the pocket in everything we play. R&B, soul, gospel, jazz, you name it. You musicians, rappers, singers, we all got a swing in the pocket that that's us. Different styles, many styles. So yeah. So you right, Sei Tu. There was a live guitar riff, and I put the rock effect on the jump.
Right.
Give it a distortion, word to somehow bounce beats and stuff. Have that rock guitar with the horn shot element. That's our soulful version of what we did with the rock flip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah. So anyway, Sei Tu. I think I don't know. Like first of all, before I get right there, I need to ask my brother AJ because AJ has been such an inspiration for me. I'm gonna say for y'all, man. Like I really respect this brother because he actually helped, a while ago start mentoring me into the radio host game.
Okay.
Because this brother has been, if anybody who know AJ's background, you know what I'm saying, he's currently the music director for Win DC and has done endless radio shows with them, built programs, had his own joint called Bars on the Road. Yeah, I'm going to talk about you for a minute, brother.
Man, look, that's something that's known for too, man.
Yeah, he have his own clothing line now. He got out, word to Black Excellence, word to Kingdom Excellence, word to, the Black Broadway,
Appreciate you.
Very, very knowledgeable brother. Has his own show, The Maximum Sentence, highlighting bars from his own albums as an MC. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, sometimes while on this show, because this is a platform that he and I came together and partnered on, but I'm leading, he don't always get to say what he think unless he jump in. And AJ's patient and polite, but I want my brother to speak his piece and ask his questions too, man.
Yeah, for sure.
He got plenty of dope stuff to say and to share at any time. So I just want to tap in with you, AJ. Did you have any questions, brother, or anything you want to know? Just because I know you always pick out the stuff I don't think of, and vice versa.
Yeah. Well, first and foremost, appreciate that. Appreciate the love and respect, my brother. Always, you know what I mean. But yeah, I did want to ask because this is something I kind of was alluding to, Sei Tu, when we were talking before we went live, was the fact that what I appreciate about you and how you approach music is that you give a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't just stay in one lane or one type of music. Like there are rock elements, there are funk elements, there are R&B elements. Of course, there's go-go, there's hip hop, there's a little bit of everything in what you do. There's trap elements. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody could ever say that you are a predictable artist, and that's what I really, really appreciate about you. So like knowing that you make that type of music where like you go in different lanes, like who are some of the people in a lot of these different kind of genres that you lean toward, you know what I'm saying, in terms of like people that you listen to growing up or you currently listening to?
I'm gonna tell y'all a story, man. Like you see these glasses right here. So David Ruffin is like my favorite artist of all time.
Yeah.
Nice.
People be like, man, you got your David Ruffin joints on, man. So they used to always mess with me about, you know what I'm saying, being like the David Ruffin of Relentless and, like the Live Wire, you know what I mean? So David Ruffin is one of my favorite artists. Like you say, Scarface, Devin the Dude, you know what I'm saying, Junkyard, Backyard, Northeast, Chuck, all the great bands. Far as rock, I like Maroon 5, like Kings of Leon.
Nice.
What's the group? What's the group from DC?
Black Alley.
Not Black Alley. It's a rock.
Bad
group.
Brains.
Not Bad Brains. I like Black Alley too, though. Don't get me wrong. Thinking of what's the name of the group, man?
Are they from DC or are they from Waldorf?
I believe they from DC.
You talking about He Got Dead? Or DR Ashley Brown and the Filthy Animals? I'm talking about live bands.
No, I think you talking about rock, right?
Me, I'm a remember. It's just I'm stuck right now, but it's another group I like, man. They sing the song Contact. Dang.
Yeah, it's quite a few rock bands.
Citizen Cope.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to them, man. They from DC, man. They some funky white dudes, man. They be cranking, man. So I listen to them. You know what I'm saying? I get inspiration from groups like that. Yeah, man. Like Sheila E. Michael Jackson. Sheila E. Man, she had a lot of go-go in her music as well. You know what I'm saying? So I listen to like stuff like that. People probably like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Sheila E is like that. But actually, speaking that word, a shout out to you know what I'm saying, to the OG Sheila E. You know what I'm saying? She actually is an amazing percussionist.
Yeah, most definitely.
She is nasty. Like I think she could easily come to DC and hop in and crank with a go-go band.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, she was kind of inspiring because I'm like, okay, she's standing up there, planets and bodies. And she might get away from them junks and go rap and go sing. And she might come back over there and play some volleys again. It's like, yeah, that's what we should be doing as bands. Like that's the type of performances. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah, that actually, on a side note, brings me to another great point. To all the go-go bands in the city, don't be afraid to to experiment with your live stage performance format. Every band ain't gotta be all on one line the whole time and can't never move from that spot. Every band ain't gotta just be like he just said. If you got a singer who you know or a rapper who you know is really a performer, let that man or that woman stand out and go mingle with the crowd. The lead talker ain't the only one that can do that.
Yeah, it's different elements of presenting your show, man. You know?
Yeah,
and I like that kid. What's his name? Malik. Malik is dope. Shout out.
He's
bringing a lot of light to go how he was on stage playing them drums like that, man. So yeah, man, a lot of that stuff is inspiring to me, man. And I just I'm encouraging people to do more of that type of stuff, man. It's this to show like our culture.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed. One time, shout out to Black Free Agent, man. You know what I'm saying? Is that one of the homies?
Salute.
Yeah, appreciate that, man. For tapping in with us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, absolutely, man.
You about to close, Rob? All right, but hey, let me bring my manager on right quick. He said he
Oh
got
yeah, do
something
that
out here.
definitely.
Let me bring him on right quick, man, so he can introduce himself, man. This Relentless Band manager right here, Rico Suave, man, bring a lot to y'all, man.
What's up, everybody, man?
Rico,
What's
what's good
going
with
on
it,
with
bro?
you?
All right, yeah, I appreciate y'all having us on here, putting us on your platform, man. This is definitely a good thing you're doing, spreading the knowledge of the culture of the music. You know what I'm saying? I'm born and raised in DC, elementary school, middle school, high school, all of that, man. Matt Sei Tu and V State, man. We just been pushing music ever since. I work with a lot of different local artists, man. We done did performances down U Street, Georgia Ave, all types of venues. We just did a show at Audi Field over the summertime with the Relentless Band where they performed, at the new soccer stadium down there by the National Stadium. So, I'm just here supporting all the local musicians of the city, because like y'all been saying, that a lot of our music been copied and duplicated and all created again, and we didn't really get our just due. So I hear the talent out here, man. So I do whatever I can to push it. I got artists in LA, down Atlanta, back and forth up the East Coast. So, if you got the talent, if you got what it takes, the hard work, the dedication, the motivation, and the time, then I can work with you, man. We can talk it up, man, chat it up, man. People know how to reach me, man. I'm everywhere.
Hey, now, okay, talk to real quick, Rico, just to tell the people how they can contact with you. Give them the most direct way you want them to get at you about if they want to work with you, man.
Okay, well, you can hit me direct on my email. That's suave9ent. That's SUAV, the number 9ent at gmail.com. Or you can reach me on Instagram at VP underscore Reek 520. That's VP underscore Reek, REEK 520. And that's on Instagram, man. I'm everywhere in the city. I ain't hard to find. You can go through Sei Tu. Like I said, we've been working with each other over 20 plus years. We like brothers. His family, my family. And that's how I carry. Only work with serious individuals who about their craft, man. Because our time on this earth is very short, so you got to make sure you do the best what you can do on this earth, man. And I always, focus on the positive rap. I know it's catchy, all that drill stuff and all that, but we need to get to a point where we need to be educating our youth and really developing the minds to build a whole unity, a whole different culture of people who are about business and lifting each other, self-preservation, you know what I'm saying, having our own farms and our own, hospitals, our own schools and stuff like that. That's what I'm big on, so, I could go all night. I'm deeper than that, you know what I'm saying? So, but I appreciate you guys, man, and definitely keep up doing what you're doing. We got a show coming up January 7th at the Oyster Bar with Relentless Band and UCB. So that's gonna be the next show, man. If everybody can come out, man, and party with us, man, and that's the first Saturday of the New Year's, January 7th. So just kick it off right with the Relentless Band.
Yeah, man. Hey, also shout out to Relentless Band. We gonna play a snippet of some of what's popping out there with Relentless on the show before we close out. By the way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
Also, to check out Stay True YouTube page, man, because he puts in hard work. This one of the hardest working artists that I've really met, dealt with, worked with. He push out like 20 different videos, 30 different songs. Like his library is endless. You know what I'm saying? He always cranking out new tunes, and in fact, we probably just dropped some more in December or May January to be exact. But check them out on YouTube. That's Sei Tu on YouTube, man.
yeah, Sei Tu on YouTube. So yeah, Sei Tu. Subscribe to my man channel, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Smash that bell so you can get the notifications every time he drops something. Bing, pop in your little window. There it is.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right. Yeah, I'm all about DC. I got my man Mon two shit on. DC love go go.
Yes,
And
sir.
then I got the shooters gear on. You know what I'm saying? I always support the city from head to toe. Mind, body, and soul. That's what I do. Anybody that know me can respect it or check it. You know what I'm saying? So
we real over here, been doing this for a minute, man. But I love you guys who get into the real artists and let the artists really talk about their life and how they really doing good stuff in the city because we do got some out here, man.
Yes, indeed, brother. I appreciate you, and yeah, that's the whole point. Entirely everything you just hit on, brother.
Yeah,
And we are going to, for everyone listening under the sound of my voice, if we stay locked in and continue in applying pressure as we are going to see same thing that you see happen in all them other regions for all them other cities and all them years. We seen people not only borrowing for us, but getting they shine. And we had a quick little moment where it seemed like we was about to just, then it was like, what happened?
right.
In this time of renaissance, that day is no more.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely time for a change. I think the culture is really shifting. Because it's just it got to. It's no other way we can go, man. We done hit the bottom. It's trying to hit the top. With just lifting our people and really educating them, giving them the right knowledge of self and respect. Because if they ain't not respecting themselves, then they not gonna get no respect out here. And we got it. Music is like the key to the soul. Everybody loves music all over the world. So if we can educate them through the music, then we can do it that way as well.
That's right.
Absolutely, brother.
Yeah,
Well said. See, even that man manager is on knowledge. Like, pay attention. That's a message on the side note for everybody. Be aware of who you keep around you. This is for the
That's
youngins
right.
too.
That's right.
hmm definitely, definitely.
Especially if you know you've been given a gift to say something with a message, even no matter what the format is, even if your audience is the streets or whether it's politicians, it don't matter who they are. If you know you have something to say, you cannot let the people you put around you siphon off of your gift without interest in your soul.
Right, right, right,
Mm.
right. Yeah, that's
That's a
deep there.
word. That's a word right there.
Yeah, yeah. We need more artists thinking like that. I mean, it's some great ones out here, but it's a lot of people who have like negative influence on our culture out here, and we need to kind of like tune them out, because it's not helping. It's not doing anything. We not really getting any smarter listening to this music, or it's the same thing, time after time. So, and we need to build on that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm wondering why it's not a studio or a major record label out this area, even smack dab in DC with all these great artists that we have, with all the backgrounds, all the money they have. You know what I'm saying? We should have a record company right here in this city.
Right.
That the youth can see, because a lot of them, they gotta visualize that. A lot of them, their attention spans are so short, due to these smartphones and this fast internet and stuff like that. So they gotta see it these days. So we got it right there in their face for it. If we could build something that they can actually see, come interact, and come learn, I think we can really teach them, and really change it for
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
them.
Yeah, man. Dropping knowledge and gems from the OGs to the OGs.
Yeah, man. So
Return to Black Broadway
yeah,
podcast. This is how we get down. You dig?
yeah,
That's
buddy.
right. That's
Right,
right.
right, right. Yeah, so I got another appointment I gotta make out here, but I appreciate you brothers, man, and holding it down. And definitely I'm gonna save this podcast or this YouTube. I'm gonna share it to all my network, all my friends and family, man, and we're gonna keep pushing it, man. And I got a lot more artists and interesting people from fashion, actors, models, just businessmen, all types of people that if you ever want to interview or just, talk to some different type of people in a different light, that can educate the youth and our people, then, definitely reach out for me. I could put you in the right direction.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate you coming on and like even offering that, because I mean that's the beauty of our podcast. It's like, yeah, we have a lot of artists on, but anybody who really knows about Black Broadway, it was deeper than musicians. You know what I'm saying? You had entrepreneurs, you had people who were in fashion, you had people who were in business, people who were in politics, like all of these different lanes that really made Black Broadway such a thriving part of DC. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So we would absolutely love to be able to have, a wide range of people on our platform. We appreciate you, offering that. And we just appreciate you just, taking time out of your schedule to talk to us and drop some gems before you roll. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of stuff that I feel like is going to stick to some people's ribs.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm here for, man. Like I said, anybody can reach me all the time. I'm easy to get along with. I got a couple of businesses myself. I own my own pest control company. I'm a franchise owner. So if you want to learn how to, build your credit, get $100,000 like it ain't nothing, then you know what I'm saying. You can definitely learn from, just reaching out. And I don't really charge for my knowledge. If I know that you're serious, then I keep talking to you. But money is time. Time is money these days. So you
That's right.
know, I gotta keep pushing. You know what I'm saying, for my family and the ones around me.
Yeah, man, that's powerful, man. Listen to the man. The man said, "Listen, he got the situation help you build your credit though.
Yeah, yeah.
For my folks that's trying to build infrastructures and us trying to build revenue and us trying to own schools and start programs and check. Because listen, in our town, we know it's political, so the way we get around that is we build it ourselves.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they don't teach you in the schools: how to build your credit, how to save your money, how to, get ready to pay a mortgage, how to, really conduct yourself in the business world, because that's all it is. Everything is business out here. It's science and mathematics, man. So you gotta
That's right.
be, you know, excellent in those courses right there. So, that's what we teach, what the schools don't, and that's how you can educate your youth out here, and everybody for real. You old people, I done learned from them and they done learned from me. So, we all gotta get together, like we used to be, kings and queens and tribes and all that over in Egypt and stuff like that, man. I'm in it, you know what I'm saying? So definitely, you know, we greater, apart. I mean, we greater together than divided, So as long as the we gotta reach the youth, you know what I'm saying? And like I think it was parts of the years where, you had a lot of, older men or uncles and brothers and stuff just that wasn't around. You know what I'm saying? We gotta kinda get that back around and really speak to our youth out here, because some of them, they want to be unapproachable, but we got to just kind of break that, as being the bigger men and the older men, and try to mend that, and build that bridge, because it's tough. It's a lot of drama and trauma, and it's not just in DC. It's all Philly, Baltimore, Chicago, Detroit, LA, everywhere. It's all around the United States, and we gotta come together. It's gonna take more than just one city. But podcasts like this and platforms like that you pushing out here, people can see that there's other people like that ourselves out here, and we can just all get together somehow, some way, do a big conference and really get more people listening to what we're saying out here.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like we really appreciate all of that. Um, and all of these things, man, that we have access to. By the way, whenever we bring artists or entrepreneurs and businessmen and movers and shakers and educators through here, it's not just for y'all to listen to us rap for a while so we can sound deep like we went to school. It's for y'all. Like it's for us to, I'm just saying, real talk. Like it's for us to all take advantage of the knowledge we're sharing with each other. I got a piece, you got a piece, AJ got a piece, Sei Tu got a piece, the queens and the brothers and kings on here that's on the chat, they got a piece. Everybody bring their collective piece in, and then we build a nation and generational wealth,
Right. Right.
generational health,
Exactly.
generational empowerment, generational shifts in our communities that reflect said empowerment actually taking effect 20, 30, 40 years down the line,
Right. Right. Right.
and
Yeah.
then 100 years down the line.
Yeah. That's what it is. That generational wealth is, making it like, your kids don't really have to work, or they don't have to struggle as much. You know what I'm saying? Like each generation should struggle that much less. You know what I'm saying? Even if you have to struggle, but sometimes the struggle is good because it builds character. It builds that fight. You don't want everything just given to you. You want to earn what you want to. That makes you a good worker. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, man. Shows like this, we can reach them. We can reach them, and people will see that out here, and try to get with us. We can throw shows together. You know what I'm saying? Where we got certain type of artists coming out there that's reaching the youth, and reaching the people out here. So I'm all for that as well.
Yeah, brother. On that note, you don't even understand. Some of what we doing here is exactly the way we want to try to roll that out. Because while we simultaneously building our brands as adults who are out here doing here things amongst the industry and amongst the community and each other, we need to. We're demonstrating for the youngest how to do it, but then we need to also show and teach them how to cultivate what they have in them to do the same thing.
Right, right, yeah, yeah. And I think once we have those people around each other, then that's where they learn from each other. And they see it like, dang, he can do it, I can do it, we all can do it. Then it's like a team thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, and
we,
it, Yeah, and absolutely, brother. And it's also the same way any of us who have been involved in any type of street activity or anything we was doing when we was young and trying to find our way. The same way you learn how to sell drugs, do drugs, hang with people who was into drugs. It's called influence.
mm-hmm. Right, right, right. Yeah,
So all
definitely.
you got to do is make the positive thing the new thing to swag with, and the new thing to turn up with, and the new thing to be lit with.
Right. Yeah, 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 and the new thing is going to be getting your generational wealth. Building your credit. You know what I'm saying? Buying your own land. Starting your own farm, eating your own food. You know what I'm saying? Teaching your own kids. Don't let them, go out here just because they in school. Don't mean that's what they supposed to learn. You know what I'm saying? You guide your kids on what they supposed to learn. Because that ain't nothing but a curriculum. There ain't nothing but a robot written curriculum out there. You got to really speak with your kids and know what they doing, know what they into,
Yep.
and know who their friends are as well. You really got to be that person. You know what I'm saying? It's a tough job, but if you really want to get to that, some people say success, but it could just be whatever you want to be in life. You got to do it the right way. And you got to make sure the people around you know how to move too. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be like you said dealing with the wrong type of people and thinking it's gonna turn out good or otherwise. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I think they more and more shows like this where they can hear the real and people I work with in the city. Tony Lewis, Silas Grant, people like that who really pushing the youth to do something, the prison reform programs and stuff like that. So you really got to get with them guys and really support that because we need people to support it. We could talk
That's
all
right.
day, to us, because we on that level, but we need to get the people to support it, and they need to feel like they need to support it. You know.
Mhm.
Real
Yes,
talk.
good people. Place value on your people.
Yeah, yeah,
A
yeah,
word from your boy Peoples.
yeah.
Ah, you like that concept. So, all
All
right.
right, man. It's been nice. I ain't gonna just walk out on y'all, but I appreciate y'all, man. Everything y'all doing. I'm going to like, comment, subscribe, and push that to everybody. So enjoy speaking with you guys, man. You guys take care and happy New Year to everybody. Happy holidays, happy Kwanzaa, all that good stuff, man. And stay blessed, my black brothers.
You
All
too,
right,
good brother.
man.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate it, brother. Yes, sir. Main man Rico, manager,
Oh yeah,
aka
oh yeah, oh
music
yeah.
extraordinaire.
Dropping jewels.
Yes,
All right,
indeed.
bro. Be safe. Get in the house.
Yeah, any got a request for him to get his own interview from OG the Queen.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Most definitely. Yeah.
Hey, man.
It's my mind.
Hey, look, trust me, it can and maybe even will happen for real,
Most
because
definitely. Most
we
definitely.
already all
Bring them
locked in
back.
for real.
Bring them
That's
back.
right.
Yeah, we already all locked in, so I definitely am interested and open to that as well. And I already know my brother AJ would agree.
That's right.
Yeah. So real quick, I guess Sei Tu, I wanna just get you to tap back in for a second and just anything you want any of the viewers in the audience to know. We're gonna play one matter of fact, dang. I actually want to do this real quick because we've been getting a lot of love from a lot of the queens in there as well as the kings. So I'm gonna shift gears for a second. We're gonna play something for, as they say, something for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Hey, right, just so the queens know we ain't forgot y'all. We just trying to show some black love on these men and these boys as well. You know, the girls and the queens, you know, the baby girls and the queens, they get love equally as well. But we all know the epidemic our black men and black brothers are facing. We dying in large numbers, so we gotta, sow into that. But in this present moment, before we go on, Sei Tu closing out, what do you want to say to the people before we play some of that Relentless crank on the way out the show?
Okay.
Let's run that little mama real quick.
Run that little mama.
Yeah, run that little mama. Sei Tu, little mama for all the queens out here, man. We're gonna show y'all some love in the game.
Cause you loving on me. Yeah. Well, it's a Friday, I'm outside in the sunshine. Posted with the homies round the way out on the south side. Watching tenderoni sashaying as they walk by. Think this was my weakness, man. Got it, you ain't never lied. Smooth, light skin, cute, grin with some pretty eyes. Approached her with the quickness, I ain't slipping like the other guys. I be pole pimping, I ain't rich yet, but I'm staying fly. Baby, what's the business? I'm the realest you gon' ever find. Let's trade information and conversation piece from time to time. She smiled and said, no thank you, she good. Respectfully declined. Then she said she wished that she could, but she don't date the street kind. Girl, this grown man shit, I got benefits with a 9 to 5. I used to pitch for dollars and cents, but I ain't since 2005. I be with this rap shit, got my witness. Music is my life. Matter of fact, I crank for Relentless. Hey, gon' take this fly. Hit me on my phone later on and let me take you higher. So what it is, little mama? I said, hey, hey, hey. Now can we rock steady to this beat now? Without no drama. Hey girl, no way, babe. I fuck with you cause you loving on me. Break it down. Hey look, well I just need you to talk to me and just realize I can't read your mind. Well it may be it's because of me that we don't see eye to eye, girl. What it is you want, what it is you need, I need to know sometimes. But just how you feel, I'm keeping it real. I just need you to tell. A lot of niggas done hurt you, but them suckers ain't me. Girl, you essential like water, you like the air that I breathe. Say that you love and you leave, I set you free in the wind. She came back after the rain and now we 2 suns in. Wish I could wipe away your pain like your magic eraser. You know the stress and get tragic, but I could never replace you. Just wanna love and protect you. You be my queen, I'm your king. So what it is, little mama, some slight misthing, that what it is. So what it is, little mama, I said hey, hey, hey. Now can we rock steady to this beat now? Without no drama, and girl, no way, babe. I fuck with you cause you loving on me. Yeah. So let's chill, smoke the kill, roll another one, shout it if you will. We gon' slide and we gon' ride, and these sparks gon' fly like the 4th of July. But let's chill, smoke the kill, roll another one, shout it if you will. We gon' slide and we gon' ride, and these sparks gon' fly like the 4th of July. So what it is, little mama, I said hey, hey, hey. Now can we rock steady to this beat now? Without no drama, and girl, no way, babe. I fuck with you cause you loving on me. Yeah. So what it is, little mama, I said hey, hey, hey. Now can we rock steady to this beat now? Without no drama, hey girl, no way, babe. I fuck with you, I fuck with you cause you loving on me. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. That's Lil Mama, but the homie Sei Tu. You know what I'm saying? That was for the queens out there. I hope all the queens out there was, loving that wonderful tune. To take a little moment to talk about some love and romance and whining and dining and loving and doving for a hot second. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
indeed.
sir. Most definitely, man.
hmm So real quick, y'all, Sei Tu. You know what I mean? Talk to the people, whatever you want to share with them on the way out before we get ready to drop this Relentless Crank snippet for y'all. People, go get that album out on June 7th. Relentless Crank, they going to have a live show, and y'all definitely need to buy that around the way because it's going to blow it out the water.
Sir.
I'm trying to tell you. You hear
Yes,
me?
sir. Hey, Original Crank is back, man. Look, I got Sei Tu out on all platforms, man. Man, my man Track Dealer, we got a lot of songs. I think it's like 25 to be exact right now. We got some stuff on the way, man. So that's on all platforms at Sei Tu, man. SEI space TU. My YouTube is Sei Tu DC Go Go. So y'all go on that joint, man. Subscribe and like, man. So y'all can stay tuned with all the new videos coming up. January 7th, we at the Oyster Bar. Relentless Band, Original Kings, and UCB. Relentless Band, Original Kings _22, I think. Yeah, Instagram. Let me get back to y'all on that. But Relentless Band, Original Kings _22, I believe, for the IG, man. I think I might be misspeaking on that, but. Yeah, man, just stay tuned with me, man. Appreciate y'all having me on here. Shout out to my man Suave. Shout out to the OG Circle. And then this band Original Kings, man. My man Track, Heat Ray. All the artists, man, on my album. You know what I'm saying? My man AJ, appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, man, let's just keep this thing going, man. DMV stand up.
Yes, indeed. Brother AJ, before we take him out, you got anything you want to say to the people? Anything the people wanted to say to us?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Definitely, want to close out with some comments from some folks. Just give me 1 second. Pull up these comments because we had quite a few showing love for that little mama jump. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah. So OG the Queen said, I hear that Key Sweat rendition flow tone. You know what I'm saying? So definitely heard some. She heard some Key Sweat up in that joint. She said, okay, nice.
Hey, if Keith Sweat can do it, I can do
Hey. Yes, indeed.
it.
I
Yeah,
love it.
that's my motto.
Mm. Yes, indeed. Uh-oh. Did we lose you on volume, AJ?
Thank you. I appreciate y'all, man.
There we go.
Appreciate y'all.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, yes, indeed.
I get you now, bro.
Okay, yeah. For whatever reason, this thing want to kick me out when it feel like kicking me out. But shout out to the homie, brother Los, on the check-in of U Street TV, on the check-in. Appreciate you for tuning in. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Absolutely. He said that joint crank. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and OG the Queen, she also she said, listen to that baby in the background.
Oh yeah, that was my daughter. My kids, we did all the songs in my living room. So my kids, they be in the way. So, so sometimes I gotta just let them get on the mic.
Absolutely.
Hey man, that's beautiful, man. I love it.
Sir.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And then OG the Queen, she said, if I can pull up the comment, she said, I enjoyed y'all Kings as always. Big up to much love. You know what I'm saying? We always appreciate you for tapping in, Queen. Always. One of our most consistent supporters of our platform. And she's not even from the DMV. You know what I'm saying? So that's really love right there. You know?
Yeah, that's what's up.
She said, put him to work, Joe Jackson, LOL.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Love that, man. You know, shout out to all the people that tuned in with us tonight, man. This has been a great segment of time with the brother Sei Tu. Also, for any of my Relentless Kings that's still on here, man, we're gonna play a little quick snippet of one of their singles that's out already, Tequila. Okay. You know, and also word to Black Business and Black Excellence. They already got some people. You know, I ain't gonna give the information in detail away. You know, but they got people that's looking at them, man. You know, Relentless is making some noise, man. For real, rock with them, man. And we want to shout y'all out, show love. Also, by the way, brother Los, the brother that actually has been, you know, not only helping to shoot and edit some of the footage that we've been doing for our documentary and for our whole, you know, the soundtrack and everything we got going on popping with all this. He specifically, I actually just met with him today because we had a business meeting about some other things concerning stuff that's coming down the pike for the movement. And he specifically requested me to ask you and Relentless to give him a call. He wants to cover some footage on what y'all got going.
Okay, yeah, most definitely. I'll reach out to you, brother.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know, and so that, and yeah, man, you know, whole town lit once again. R2B podcast show. We out here, man. DC DMV stand up. You dig? We're gonna ride out with this this exclusive special from the Relentless Band, of course, also featuring as part of the band and one of the lead mic singers and rappers, your brother Sei Tu.
Yes, sir.
Relentless Band, Tequila. Let's go.
All right, y'all.
That way you see me living off the